Hello everyone here, today we're gonna watch of course Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Opening 1, right? You know, a lot of opening reactions and so on. But first of all, I wanna rant a bit or whatever. I wanna say I am just really tired, right? Of generally speaking, social media, whatever, but like just creators or influencers, right? And the incredible unethical behavior. Of course, I'm talking about the leaks. That this anime was leaked yesterday, right? Both the opening and the whole episode 1 was leaked. And of course, immediately, people come off the woodwork, right? Start reacting to it, posting it. You can watch the whole anime on Twitter, right? And it's just really bothers me for so many reasons. So first, I want to talk about that, and then we look at the actual opening ourselves, right? So first of all, what happened? Jujutsu Kaisen was leaked, and the whole episode, as I mentioned, and people immediately, especially, started posting the opening everywhere, right? And doing opening reactions, reads, or whatever, right? And it's an incredible unethical behavior. I'm just tired of it. It reminds me of FF7 Remake, when that game was written in Australia a week before. So immediately people are, posting every cutscene, right, a week before the game is released, which is straight up illegal, absolutely for that matter. But you see it here, right? And first of all, I want to just mention that I find people that are doing this leak stuff, right? They're watching the leaks on YouTube and so on. Are usually they tend to be either one or two people, right? These YouTube leak watchers, right? So either they are channels, very small channels, and they clearly don't care if they get a copyright strike or whatever. They have like 50 subscribers, so they're going for it, right? But what I feel here is that I understand they want to get any kind of views, right? Because they have like no subs or whatever. So they want to get out there. I get it, but do you want to get famous or grow your channel as having no ethics, no integrity? I would never do that. I don't want to be building on that, right? Or is people with quite big channels doing it, and then, in my opinion, thinking that, well, this is how they got big, right? By having no ethics. That's the only thing I think about. It bothers me, right? I have zero respect for any people watching the leaks, right? And it actually reminds me, something I saw a few years ago, I'll bring it up here, with Arthur O'Hara, whatever it's called, right? Big One Piece guy. This guy has apparently worked on the One Piece live action, which is fine, of course. But when he was directly asked, when he's pushing that the live action could be great, viewing and so on, he's pushing for that, right? He was directly asked if he worked on it, paid for it, whatever. He said no, and then the same day, he also he's working on it. So that's clearly unethical. That's insanely unethical. I'm so tired of people on YouTube, mad at culture, is watching One Piece episode 1015, skipped over 2014 because 15 is trending. Yeah, I'm staying there. It was a fake reaction. I'm really tired, honestly, of especially YouTube, yeah, social media, right, being so unethical. I can look at Arthur, right? I always be like, my God, imagine I work on several video games. Imagine if I reviewed a video game, right, on this channel. I'm not disclosing that I worked on that video game, and then I'm sitting there being like, oh yeah, this is the best game ever, 10 out of 10. That would be insanely unethical, illegal even some kind of best game. Yeah, it would be incredibly unethical. Arthur is like, he worked on the One Piece live action again, worked on the One Piece live action, sits there, talks about it using his, big platform, right? He's very big in his community, spending everywhere all the time. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm completely unbiased. Like, absurdly incentive. That's the tier. He probably just on video, because I called him out a few years ago when he fake translated One Piece, right, with the whole Yamato thing. I made a video about it like 2-3 years ago, and he's apologizing and so on, right? So if you want, leave a comment below if you want an extra video about that, because that can be broken down a lot more. But just to summarize it, right? If you work on a product, you have to disclose that. You can't just review it and say you didn't work on it. It doesn't make any sense, right? And people must say, oh, but he's not getting royalties, right? Some might defend say he wasn't getting paid per view, whatever. He's like, I wasn't getting paid per game being sold, If I worked on a video game and that game sells 1 million or 10 copies or whatever, right? I don't get more money for that usually. You have royalties. But it still is a very personal benefit if you get more sales and views, right? For example, I worked on Call of Duty, right? And I worked on 3 Call of Duty games, and them selling well, I can always have on my resume, oh, I worked on this game, it sold 10 million copies, 20 million copies, That sounds way better, right, for my next job, whatever, than say, I worked on this game, it sold 10 copies, you get my point? So, no, it doesn't matter if this guy gets paid per view on Netflix, or if it's a set fee, or however they pay him, right? It doesn't matter how much monetary gain he got from the actual work he did in live action. Getting into a resume, right? Getting it on your resume and having the point is always going to be beneficial for you the better it goes. And when directly asked if he's benefiting from sex, saying no, and then the same time next day saying yes on the same day. I think it's kind of funny too, because he speaks so much. So bring it up to it, because he speaks so much to this like social media issue a few people has, that he's willing to lie, you straight up, but he also can't even keep that lie for more than a few minutes, because he also wants to brag and he was on it, right? Because social media is all about pushing, getting views, getting likes, getting shares, right? It's all about getting bigger, right? So he's lying to one person on Twitter, right? Like in this thread. And on the same thread next to it, he's like admitting that he's lying there because he wants to get pushed for whatever fame he's getting for being involved in it. Just he can't keep the lie consistent for more than like 5 minutes, right? And I feel that's like the perfect example, I feel, of social media. And I think the same thing, right? We go back to Kaisen, so in the video, right, and this video about, is that you see people, and everyone is pushing, right, for getting the views or getting the likes, right? And I haven't seen the actual trailer, of course, but obviously their videos are popping up on my recommendation, right? So I checked on their video and their comment section, a lot of these Jujutsu Kaisen leaker guys, and almost all of them, with small channels, they're always defending it by being like, oh, but I'm such a big fan or something. I had to watch it because I love the show. You're like, this is bullshit, man. I don't even see any other I mean, I was on TV, right, talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, when it aired last time, I was on Japanese TV. I would say that I'm a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, right? I know every character, all the yokais, whatever. These guys, not to be that guy, but I don't see anything else proving that you're a Jujutsu Kaisen fan. Not all of them, but many of them, right? So I love the defense, too. The defense of, oh, I'm a leaker, but I'm defending it because I just love it so much. If you love it, you will respect, you know, the actual developer, right? You will respect the person behind it. For example, as mentioned earlier, FF7 Remake, right? I would never play those games like a week or 2 weeks before, right? I would never like push the leaks. I guess my main point is that I feel that the people that loves it, the people that like it, that love it the least or whatever, are the one doing that. Yeah, I think the FF7 Remake is the other thing. As I keep saying, it's a great example of. Think about this thing. If you have the game a week before, right? You know you're gonna get a lot of views by pushing all these cutscenes, right, on YouTube or whatever. So you quickly play through the game, right, to get all the cutscenes. You can be the first guy to drop all the cutscenes. I mean, I guess that's why, because you get a lot of views from it. But that means that you probably are not enjoying the game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm currently playing FF16 right now, right? And I'm just like bum rushing through it. You know, I'm trying to play every side quest and really look at all the sceneries, right? I'm trying to really like enjoy and immerse the game, right? But if I just wanted to get maximum like views or whatever on YouTube, I would definitely just play it, you know, on super easy journalist mode, right? Just get all the cutscenes, drop them on YouTube, you know what I mean? Review it as fast as possible, yeah. I think that's so sad. It's just so sad to me, right? It's just sad to me because I feel like people are not actually enjoying it, yeah. They're not actually enjoying it, and I just feel like, I guess people, you can say it's jealousy or envy, whatever, but I think it's kind of the wrong way to go through it, right? Because I don't care that much, honestly, right? But it definitely feels that people that get the most views or whatever, the most likes or whatever, right? Or the people that are the most unethical, right? The way to get views is to be unethical, is to not care about the product. Again, I think that as a mentioned, mad when he jumped over 1,014 episodes of One Piece, used to immediately watch 15, right? To make a video about that, fake reaction, of course. And that gives him a lot of views, right? Because it's trending right now. That's more valuable from a very short standpoint, right? I guess more views. And I feel the same thing with people that play through the games or whatever. I don't know. I'm just bitter, you know. I'm just bitter. I think that social media. I know it's kind of ironic sitting on YouTube saying it. I'm gonna post this video on YouTube and Instagram, whatever, saying the same thing, TikTok or whatever. It's kind of fun in that sense. But I just feel like, you know, it's like a decaying society, right? Where I feel like the least, arguably, I would say, and this is not maybe not exactly true. I don't think it's true 100% in all cases, but it feels like the people with the least respect for whatever material they're working with, right? If it's an anime, a game, a movie, whatever, right? Is the one getting the most, because the least respect you have, again, the least ethical you are, easily to get views, right? You know what I mean? So it's kind of, yeah, or likes or whatever. So it's really like, it feels really twisted, right? And of course, I'm not saying it's true for everyone. Of course, there are some really big YouTubers or whatever, big Twitch streamers or whatever, that are ethical and they have a great cast or whatever, right? But I think for most people, it's all about that rat race of like getting views. But anyway, that's my little rant here, right? But obviously, there's a lot of ethical people. I said some names there, and obviously I don't regret that or whatever. But it's another guy that I won't say his name then, but he sent me death threats like all the time for like 2 years after I called him out. It was kind of funny. But mostly, what this guy did, right, was that he would use upload so-called reactions, right? As I call him out, just Shill, right? He did the react stuff. He would use upload episode of One Piece. He wouldn't even like say anything. He would just sit there, you know, quiet, right? For like 22 minutes. He would have the whole anime being shown here, right? You know, the whole anime, the audio, everything, right? And he would say like 4 sentences per video. I wouldn't be kidding. Upload that YouTube. He lost his channel, right? He got banned for copyright after pretty quickly. But it was kind of funny. People defend that guy. No, he's a real reactor. We're talking about it. He's not reacting. He's sitting there. So there are so many people this thing, right? So yeah, I mean, yeah, I have a history of calling this out, but I think yesterday and today, whatever, you see so much of this Jujutsu Kaisen, and like I said, it really reminds me of mostly FF7 remake, where you see like 100 YouTubers is immediately jumping, streaming the whole game the first day. Oh, I need to be the first to get all the cutscenes out or whatever, right? And then, funny enough, many of them lost their channels, right? Because Square Enix went in there and gave them copyright strikes, which of course is well in their rights, because first of all, video games is a gray zone. Most video games you can't actually, I said that's the last point there, most video games you can't actually, you know, just upload them, right? It actually isn't legal with the whole copyright system. It's more that the video companies allow it to happen, right? But especially if you upload a cutscene from a video game, right? And there's no commentary, it's not you in the corner or whatever, it's just a cutscene with no, you know, context to it. That is not actually illegal, right? That's illegal because there's no transformative thing to it. A cutscene is just a cutscene. It's just like taking a movie and uploading it, right? There's no fair use there. There literally is no fair use there. So all the game companies, and I work for this myself, right? All the game companies can easily take down every cutscene from a video game that's only a cutscene, right? Because that literally is not actually legal to upload. Because it's just, again, it's just a cutscene, right? They can all take it down easily if they want to. But they don't, right? Because they have the opinion from most game, not all, but most game companies is that it sells them more games anywhere. So they don't. But from a legal standpoint, it's well in their right. So Square Enix took down like 100 videos, something, right, during that first week of FF7 remake, because they had uploaded before a game was released, and then they chose to take it down, right, which of course is very easily legal in the right, and those people will never ever win that in court, right? Because again, what's the fair use? You're just taking a full cutscene and uploading it, right? You're not talking, you're not saying, oh, this is bad writing, or this is a good graphic. You're just uploading a clip from the game. That is not actually fair use, right? We don't play in the game. And also for that matter, so one other thing here when it comes to that Sweden things, and also here with Jujutsu Kaisen, both these things, right? When it's leaked stuff, it also is illegal to show it, right? In most countries, yeah, it's also illegal, right? Because even when it comes to video gaming, usually the game companies, so I worked for Swedish back in days, they have like this, in the LOA, there is like a date that's basically, you can stream this thing, blah, 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 but it has to be after a certain release date, just like an embargo for a review. So if you release anything before that thing, it's like breaking review embargo, so that's illegal anyway. And that's absolutely in the rights too, because a digital property has like this, you know, given blah, 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 this or so you're basically committing some kind of like, you know, fraud, or it's called like it. It's different countries, but it's not only copyright. If you leak something in gaming like that, it's also some kind of trade secret. So it actually can be way more worse than just a DCM claim. They can definitely sue you for it if they want to. They won't because it's like they can sue you, but they won't. And it's Kaisen that I bring it up too. I don't know exactly about this, but I would imagine that Mappa actually can sue these YouTubers, and Twitch gets the one like straight up, not to take it down copyright, but actually sue them for leaking stuff. Yeah, the actual illegal stuff released before. It probably isn't that defamation. Maybe I used to work with copyright many years ago, a little bit, for Disney, and I have been in those kind of court things. It's a little tricky, but I think they actually can sue them. And I'm not talking about, you know, digital, you know, DCMA. I'm talking about actually suing them for like, oh, you leaked our stuff, right? Which is illegal. So, yeah, it's interesting. It probably could never happen. It very, very unlikely will never happen, right? Because it's not much value for like an anime studio to sue some random YouTuber with like 50 subscribers, but they might sue someone with bigger, like 100 subscribers, right? Might have to be some money on that, but they probably won't because it's too much bad press or whatever and too much work. But yeah, 'cause I've been involved in that from the side then, from the game companies. We have sued people for leaking and so on, so maybe. But anyway, let's look at the actual trailer, but I want to mention that too. I think it's interesting because, yeah, I know for a fact that when you release leak stuff, you can actually sue people and so on. Yeah, there's more, legality to it than just saying the copyright strikes. And I think that's something I want to point out in the video too, that I also think it's so weird too that people, break the law, straight up, right? A lot of people do break the law on YouTube and so on, right? By doing this kind of stuff. And again, I don't know exactly, but in Japan, definitely legal. Or in Japan have much stricter laws too, right, when it comes to copyright and so on. So in Japan, it's absolutely legal. So let's watch the actual trailer, man. I'm all rant. I'm all pissed off, baby. No! Yeah, I'm all like, oh yeah, I'm all fired up, baby! I'm just fired up, guys! After my rant there. No, but humans keep disappointing me. Let's watch it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. It's GOJO, best boy, prettiest guy ever. Okay. Is it Eve again? I didn't check out who's the singer, but yeah, maybe it is. Okay, so it's them young running here, right? Yeah, we're gonna break it down later. GOJO and that's a girl from the trailer, so yeah, he's gonna protect, right? I think. Oh, pretty boy GOJO. Oh, and best friend is even later. Oh, yeah, Sensei, right? Oh, there they are. May. Yeah, Boo Hancock. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, they're our best friends. They're like, yeah, hands. Yeah, now it's like hand clapping. They're like we're besties now. Yeah. There is with his team. Oh yeah, this the bathtub scene again. We saw in the trailers. Oh, that was how they jumped together. They cut the face in two. That was beautiful. Beautiful. God, he looks so happy when he's young. He's all flying around and ghosting. Oh my God, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. God, he was I'm happy. He's too happy, man. Yeah. Oh, there's some cold. Oh, this bike scene. They're like, yeah, bros. Yeah, he's way too happy, man. He's way too happy. Woo! Yeah, he's way too excited, man. He's way too excited. Oh, there's a maid. It's the maid that was fighting the Faust guy. Yeah, I remember her now from the trailer. Yeah. And of course now it's pissing off is that bird report or something? Yeah, I think the whole is gonna be GOJO, right? This whole season is GOJO, yeah. But let's break it down. Let's break it down, baby. A little bit. We see all the cats, right? Yeah, of course this girl with blue hair, someone's gonna save, right? Blue brother, yeah. My favorite scene was when they're jumping down and the bike scene. Yeah, they jumped down from a building, so you find it. They jumped down from a building, from a skyscraper, right? He's summoning this. GOJO is sitting on top of this like dragon ghost, right? And he's like, yeah! He's like, yeah! This is awesome! He's just right to happy, man. He's like, oh my God, this fight is fun, man! Yeah, there's his pretty boy's eyes and so on. But it's before that scene, we see them jump down, and then we kind of split their face. What was that scene? That's beautiful. So after they walk, maybe it's after they walk. They split up their face there, yeah. I did this. This is beautiful, yeah. So they jump down in the sky, right? Before the assassin becomes, and then we see them kind of cutting up this white thing. It is beautiful, yeah. This is awesome. And then followed by the bike scene. The bike scene was by far the. Yeah, and then we have the bike scene later on, right? To the whale. Yeah, she's all ganky. She probably would die. The girl who's taking the probably is dead, right? Yeah, she's too happy here in the ending. The ending of the opening, I mean. Where's in the bike scene? There's a bike scene somewhere. Yeah, that was a bike scene. There's a scene they were on the bike. I love this. It was awesome. I suppose she sees a photo. Yeah, it's probably. Yeah, there we go. He's like, yeah! He's so happy. Oh, he looks so happy, man. GOJO on a bike, man. He's all like, best friends for life. Now he's sad knowing he's not dying, man. Sad knowing he's gonna die, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, he looks so happy when on the bike ride. Yeah, he looks like the happiest guy ever. She watched the ending as well. I think she watched the ending as well, right? Yeah. Let's watch the ending. Okay, the ending is a little more sad. Like fishes in the water. GOJO and a cat. Okay, it says raining on them. GOJO is an umbrella, right? It's gonna be like, best friend! I got the umbrella. It's a date now, basically. He's like, yeah, I got the umbrella, right? Yeah, so he's gonna be like, I got the umbrella for you, bestie. Clearly. And then we see the new girl. Yeah, the main heroine of this flashback, call it. Yeah, she's GOJO punching like a tree or something. Like a ghost tree, I guess. But yeah, of course. The Lycaros red flowers. Yeah. Very common in horror anime and so on. Yeah, the blood flowers. The ending is way more soft. A lot of fishes. The ending is kind of somber, right? Like God is walking in the rain a lot. And it's like a lot of slow birds or whatever. A lot of rain. It's raining all... here they all together now. It's classic Japanese high school. They're playing fighting games! They're playing Street Fighter together, the arcade and so on. Yeah, another classic teenagers. They're playing Street Fighter at arcades, man. There we go. Yeah, and they're fighting and so on. Now they go walking away. And then we see the photo of them together. That's really not Naruto, right? Yeah, it's like Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura, and then they split apart and they're enemies. It reminds me of actually that part. Especially we saw the photos, photos them together and so on. That especially reminds me of that. Not much story aspect from it. Except that you're all gonna be the fishes, I don't know. But it felt more sad, right? It was mostly like a somber, and then it kind of entered... The last 10 seconds was kind of like... Typical Japanese high school, like, we're going at the combi, right? We're buying ice creams or whatever. And in typical Japan, you don't walk and eat, right? So you usually sit and eat the ice cream outside the combi, that kind of stuff, right? And then after that, they're playing like Street Fighter or another fighting game. So yeah, the last 10 seconds was like, yeah, we're young and hip, and it was kind of like a fun time. But the first 1 and 20 or so minutes, right? Second 1.5 minutes. Was much more like sad. They were like, it's raining, slow fishes, snails, yeah. very, very kind of sad. The opening is super happy and hype, man. But anyway, that's the opening and ending reaction, guys. Much longer video than I planned to make. If you asked me yesterday or 2 days ago, I hadn't planned to make like I don't know how long this rant has been, whatever you call it, unethical behavior. I'm just tired of it, right? But I also feel like I want to call it I don't know. I don't really care if people get angry at me. I don't care at all, of course. That is just for silly people to cast that. For example, as a last point, I think a good point. There was many people that were attacking Mushoku Tensei, right? When that aired last season, then Mushoku Tensei. Especially this one YouTuber, pretty big channel, right? And he was all like, it's disgusting, and I'm never gonna watch it again, and blah blah so on, right? Then of course, that's if he's gonna say I've never watched it. Okay, fine, don't watch it then, right? But of course immediately he's like, I'm not gonna watch it, but I will have to watch the last 2-3 episodes just to finish it off. And I'm like, you said, you know what I mean? That to me is also so silly, right? Like you post a video on YouTube or whatever, right? Twitch or whatever, and Twitch is, all the Instagram, whatever, right? TikTok. And you have to like, I'm dropping Mushoku Tensei, right? I'm dropping it because I hate the main character, I'm dropping it. And then you actually watch it next week again. You're not dropping it then. That's just clickbait, rage bait, right? Yeah. I'm tired of that stuff too, right? Well, I'm tired of it for a long time, obviously. I called this guy out, right? I called this guy out like 2 years ago, and yeah, very publicly. So I have a lot of enemies anyway. I already have enemies, right? No, but I think so. For me, it's just again unethical behavior. I was like, but that's just clickbait then. I'm dropping it. Actually, I'm watching next week, right? I haven't seen if that guy is more than one guy I talked to a lot then about this, but I haven't seen if he has watched the new season. But he promised me publicly on Twitter and so on, right? A lot of people as well, and YouTube and so on. He tweeted about it and said it on streams or whatever, right? That he was never ever gonna watch season 2. I haven't checked out if he had done that, but it wouldn't surprise me, right? To my point, if he had done that. But also you can see, I don't care that much. I haven't even confirmed or deconfirmed. Honestly, I haven't gone to his channel since 2-3 years ago. I haven't confirmed or not if he has done it. But honestly, it would not surprise me if he still watched season 1 and season 2, right? Even if he claimed that he was never, ever gonna watch it again because he hates it and blah, blah, blah. So, no, is that really true? Or is he just saying that because you get clicks, right? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And I'm hoping that one day maybe this video, maybe one day we get to a society, right? Where people give these people zero attention, right? This is kind of how I think, you know, because if it's fake, just like I mentioned the guy that fakes reacts to One Piece, right? I think 2 guys doing that, right? They're jumping in episode 1000 plus, right? That's absurd. That's just fake, right? Like, why is anyone watching that video? Unfortunately, I think most people probably watch it because they just see the thumbnail and they just see the title, right? And they don't know the truth. And then they watch it, the guy is super excited, right? It was all fake, of course. And that's a pretty good reaction, and even though the reaction is 100% fake. And then they maybe figure out later, oh, the hell was just faking it, right? But they already push the like button and watch the video, right? So it's probably, unfortunately, a lot of that clickbait, rage bait, whatever. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? What do you think about Jujutsu Kaisen, right? Now, I made this video interesting, but you know, I don't know. I want to mention it more. I'm just so tired of it, right? Because it's the same thing every year, you know. Same thing every year. It's always like 5, 6, whatever. You know what I mean? I've seen this thing for years. Not just regarding myself, right? But you see it all the time. And, you know, we can go in further talking about, you know, people doing Bitcoin scams or whatever as well, you know what I mean? So, there's nothing to break down on if you really want to go deep into this stuff. But it is unfortunate, right? But sit here last then, if you like this video and want me to do more videos, right? I think just that the way I approach this kind of things is that, you know, I'm a very, like, data-driven guy. I'm an engineer. I'm a scientist. You know, for work, right? Not much on YouTube, whatever, but, you know, for my normal life. So I thought I also approach this stuff from like this, from the perspective of, okay, but like the math of it or whatever, right? That makes any sense. But what I mean is that I look at this stuff, right, and I just always felt, I don't know, detached. Is a good word for it. But I'm just so detached, I guess, right, to all these. I guess I personally feel detached to like 95% of people on social media because they're all fake. That makes sense? I'm overanalyzing, but I just feel like, yeah, I can't watch their content at all because I know they're lying. You know what I mean? It's like that's why I guess I ended the video with this thing. Everyone that has, you know, pushed out this fake stuff, right? Which is guys that are fake or leak or whatever, doing this leak thing. I don't respect them, right? I said it earlier. I have zero respect for you if you do this leak stuff. I have respect if you do a fake reaction or whatever, right? I have zero respect for people doing this unethical stuff, right? Of course. And I always will and I always have. And I just feel like I don't care about their stuff now, right? I just don't. So if I have a YouTuber that I liked before yesterday, right? If I like this YouTuber, let's say last week, oh, she makes a great video. This was really fun and I enjoyed it, right? Now this week, if she leaked Jujutsu Kaisen and pushes it out right on YouTube or whatever, Instagram and so on, I don't have any respect for that person anymore, and that whole channel and that person's whatever, Instagram and YouTube, whatever, I am never ever gonna watch it again, right? Because I know that this person has no honor, they have no integrity, they have no honesty, right? So now I have to question everything they do, right? So if I like this person, if I liked her reaction last week, today I'm gonna feel that, is that real? Was that just fake, that reaction, right? That's probably just a fake reaction. And if they push a new video tomorrow, reacting to something else or whatever, or review or whatever, I have to assume that they are lying. This is how I am. I have to assume that if you are willing to leak something like that, and you're willing to do a fake reaction or whatever, you are probably faking everything else, right? You know, if I know that a guy is doing fake One Piece reactions, then I have to assume that his My Academia reactions are also fake, because I know for a literal fact that he's faking that stuff. Why wouldn't he fake everything else, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm just like, I can't trust these people with anything. With money, with anime, with video games. And it goes for everything, right? Because if one of these fake reacts ever gave me like a stock tip or whatever, I'll be like, I don't trust your opinion about stocks. I don't trust your opinion about anime. You know what I mean? I don't trust your opinion about anime. I don't trust your opinion about stock trading or medical or whatever. No, I don't trust you at all, right? If you lose my trust, I can't watch or you know, whatever, anything you have concern, right? I can't care about it, right? That's probably what I want to make this video too, because for me at least, all of these leakers, right, I can never watch the content again, right, you know? And I mean it. You can do whatever you want, but if you agree with me, leave a comment below, because that's how I think it is, right? I'm into your opinion, leave a comment below. Because I think like that, I can't watch their videos at all, knowing that they're fake. Like I said, knowing that someone does a fake reaction to X anime, why would I like, you know, why anime they react to? I mean, their reaction or their review, whatever. Because if I know someone is lying, right, over here, they're also gonna lie over here, right? Because they have proven to me they're a liar, right? If you're a liar, you're a liar, or dishonest or whatever, or no integrity, whatever word you use for it, right? If you have an honesty, it definitely kind of, you know, puts a wet blanket to everything you do, right? And that kind of comes back to what I said at the beginning of the video, how I understand why people are doing it, especially people with very low subscribers. They're very common to do this thing, right? Very common behavior. But at the same time, that also means that their whole channel from the beginning of the channel's, you know, rise, whatever, right, for subs, is always gonna be a fake, you know, person, right? A person that's a shield or whatever. Yeah, I'm never gonna be able to trust the content. So you're never gonna get me to care about your stuff like that. Someone unfortunately still scraps it. Oh, it's a good video, but I think actually for most people in the end, you know this guy's a liar, so you're never gonna trust him, you know, ever, right? At least I hope people think that. I think like that. Maybe I just obsess honesty. Anyway, guys, hope you like the video. Subscribe, slap it, and have a great day.